Hi, and welcome to Airlock videos. In these videos, we show you tutorials, demos, and new features, and more about the Airlock suite. Today, we are having a look at the new Airlock Splunk app. With the new Airlock Splunk app, you have a great way to visualize all your collected data with the Airlock Web Application Firewall. So let's have a look.
The first screen that you will see when you start the Airlock Splunk app is the overview. The overview has a simple filtering options. The filtering options can be selected by clicking on Show Filters. It is possible to select the timeline, the Airlock environment, the scale, and time span. All graphics that are marked with an asterisk can be drilled down, meaning you can select an element to filter for it. All graphics will be updated after applying a filter. Another way would be to type in a specific word in the search field. The overview shows the amount of requests per virtual host, mapping, and the amount of blocked attacks by type. Let's go back to all requests. In the second row, we see the amount of active sessions divided by authenticated and anonymous sessions. The troubleshooting chart shows the amount of requests that have been responded with a bad HTTP status code and connectivity issues. It is possible to zoom in the charts to have a better look. The bandwidth chart shows incoming and outgoing traffic in megabytes per second. If we scroll down a bit, we see a chart with requests, blocks, and rejects. This chart shows a comparison between the amount of total requests, blocks, and rejects. The charts are in linear by default, but can be changed to logarithmic to have a better view on those statistics. The processing time chart shows how fast the request has been processed in percentile information. And on the bottom we see a list of top 15 applications. This table is a simple way to sort the statistics for a specific attribute. With this table, it is possible to locate problems very quickly. Let's say we want to find out the application that takes the most processing time. We just simply click on the tab to sort the table. The Airlock Splunk app provides helpful predefined dashboards. So let's go through a couple of them. Before we can use a dashboard, we have to select a specific timeline and the Airlock environment. If we click on Submit, the graphics will be generated. Every dashboard has a chart view and a log view. The log view, here, presents the log information that has been used to generate this chart. We can use the log view to select, let's say, an IP information to filter this specific dashboard. The traffic statistics dashboard is great to analyze where the requests are coming from and which application has been accessed. We have bandwidth information, requests per seconds, a total count of requests in this time period, and further we see requests differentiated per virtual host, mapping, and country. If we scroll down a bit, we see a map which gives us a graphic overview over where the request has been sent from. If we want to analyze a specific mapping, we can just click on a specific element and the dashboard shows us the information just for this mapping. Dashboard attacks. The attack dashboard is probably the most interesting part of Airlock Splunk app. It shows the amount, type, and location of web attacks during a selected period. So let's select the last 30 days and the production environment. With Submit, we can filter it and generate the graphics. We now see that during this period of time, over 5,000 attacks has been detected. we see the attack type and the attacks by block type. And of course the map, which region has sent the attack. Next dashboard, rejected requests. The rejected requests dashboard is helpful if you use the Airlock WAF with upstream authentication. A rejected request is a request that tries to access protected application before authentication. So let's select again the last 7 days and the production environment, and now we see the count of rejected requests. There are 3 different types of rejects. Access, the requests needs authentication. Environment, the backend application did not respond and therefore the request has been rejected. Config, the request could not be mapped to an application. If we see a peak of a specific reject type in the timeline, it is a good starting point to further analyze the behavior. Dashboard performance. The performance dashboard can be helpful to analyze performance issues, especially if it is unclear where processing time is being used. Let's select the last 4 hours in the production environment. So the first chart is processing time in total. And of course, I can drag and drop in a timeline to zoom in to a specific time period. The processing time proxy shows how much time the Airlock WAF needed to process a request or response with all the filtering, rewriting applied and the response delivered. Processing time application chart shows the time information until an application delivered a response. If an ICAP service is used, the time statistics are in this separate chart. Again, this dashboard is probably most helpful if you want to analyze a specific application. Dashboard connectivity issues. This dashboard is helpful to find network problems or to have a graphical overview over the reliability of all the applications. Let's select again the last 30 days and the production environment. The first 3 charts shows the issues per virtual host, mapping and backend application. The bottom chart shows the issues per type. Depending on the amount of specific issues, it can be useful to change the scale to logarithmic. There are 4 different connectivity issue types. The brown line shows TCP connect timeouts. That means that all TCP connections that could not be established are counted. The purple line on the right side shows SSL connect timeouts. It is similar to the TCP connect timeout, but shows SSL connections that could not be established. The blue line HTTP timeout shows requests that could be processed and sent to the backend application, but the response could not be delivered during the defined HTTP timeout setting. On the green line, all other failed connections are counted in failed connection attempts. Dashboard Request Analyzer. The Request Analyzer dashboard is a helpful tool to analyze bad HTTP status codes. Let's select the last 4 hours in the production environment. So this dashboard gives you a simple way to find the application that generates the most responses with a bad HTTP code such as 404 or 500 something. The overview table shows a status code count. To find out more, we can simply click on a line. On the right side, a table with the entry path and the counted bad status code is shown. If we scroll down, we see the status code that has been delivered and which resource has been requested.
So that was a simple overview over the Airlock Splunk app. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Contact information in the description below. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.